Hi, Angel. How are you doing
Hi,
today?
Gina. Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you come in again. And before we started, I just wanted to go over something really quick with you again. I don't know if you remember from last time, but I'm going to be filming us again.
Okay.
Because remember, I am a student.
Yes.
And so we're going to keep it confidential. It's just going to be something myself and my classmates are going to see and my teacher.
Okay.
You can turn it off at any time. And the only things I'm going to end up sharing is if you talk to me about either hurting yourself, about child neglect, or maybe hurting somebody else. But
Okay.
besides that, it's just really between myself and you and my class.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember last week we talked about the things that was going on with you and with Greg because you were afraid. Not afraid, but you were just going through a lot of feelings at home with him coming home, and you weren't sure how it was going to work out between you guys. So is he home now? Because I knew you said he was about to come home.
Actually, he never got out. His case was postponed again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he didn't even know why. He just got a letter from the judge saying, we have to reschedule till May 5th. So it pushes him back another month. I know. I just feel like I'm constantly waiting, and the kids are waiting for their dad to come home, and it never happens.
That's got to be pretty overwhelming, especially I know how much you love your kids and you just want them to be back with their dad. That's got to put a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah.
How did you tell them? Did that go okay with telling your kids?
Yeah, I told them, I have good news and bad news. I always try to do both and not just bad news. So I'll say, what do you want first, the good news or the bad news? And they always want the good news first. So I'm like, Daddy is getting out this year, but it's not, this time. It's actually next month. And they're like, oh, you can see that they're disappointed, but it's almost like they're used to it now, which kind of sucks because I never wanted them to deal with this kind of life, like parents being locked up or addicts, and it's kind of my worst nightmare has come true. But I think now I try to keep them, away from trouble as much as possible.
It also sounds like you might be doing a better job than you think you've been doing, Angel, because it seems like they're really comfortable now in their home setting. It seems like they're relying on you and they know that you have their backs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I see it as a really positive thing in a lot of ways. That they know that you're going to be there for them, to depend on them. So I'm really happy about that. So with him getting out, what kind of feelings are you having with that? And where have you gone with, are you looking more forward to him coming home, or are you still unsure of if you're going to let him come stay? Where are you in that thought process right now?
I think it's a little bit of both. I'm still in between. I feel like I can't feel a certain way until I see more from him. I don't want to get all excited and then he comes home and completely does whatever and it doesn't work out. But then I don't want to be completely write him off, in case this is the time he's going to get it together. So it's just really hard, just not knowing how to feel or act. And I'm trying to make changes from how I used to be. And I'll catch myself now, saying stuff oh, I can't wait till you come in, we're together. And I'm like, I gotta stop doing that, just trying to make personal changes. It's really hard because it's going against how you feel and, but you don't want to be that stupid person anymore.
Well, it sounds like you're really taking the steps to change. I mean, because I hear that you want to see him change, which I think is a really positive thing because you've said before, remember, in the past, you've always been doing the same things and it's led you to the same consequences happening. So you're looking at your behavior, but you still want him to come home because you want to rekindle that love and everything. I think that you're doing all the right things. I'm really happy to see that you're really cognizant of your decisions and that you're aware of your thoughts and even thinking about what you're saying before you say it, which is really hard when your heart's involved with it.
Yes.
So what do you think that you would like to see happen? As it was now, what if he called you and said, Angel, you know, I'm here at the jail. What would you do? Do you think you would bring him home, or?
I think I would bring him here. You know, to be honest. It's just so hard, especially like being with someone since I was like 14. It's like, it's not even really like a boyfriend, it's like a family member.
Yeah.
Almost like a brother that I'm attracted to.
No, because you're so close.
Yeah. It really is. Like, he's very much more like a brother to me.
So it sounds like you feel not only in love with who he is, but like you said, you feel that closeness towards him and that family feeling. And I think that's a really important aspect of all this. So if he was your brother, you'd probably want to protect him and have him under your roof and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what I'm hearing is that it sounds like you're pretty much on your way to, when he comes home, you're going to want to have him stay in the house. And it sounds like to me you have some anxiety about how that's going to work out. So maybe we could think of a few things today that you'd be comfortable with to kind of, I don't know, kind of prepare for when that happens.
Okay.
Kind of set things up and things that you can talk about. So what are some important things to you about like the rules in your house and everything? What kind of things do you want to tell them? What kind of boundaries would you like to have?
That's actually a really good point. I think I should have some things set up. Maybe like weekly like drug tests. I know that's kind of like, you know, strict, but like I have to know, you know, for sure.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it feels weird for you too,
Yeah.
because you feel like you're playing the probation officer
Yeah.
or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's well within what you'd be allowed to do as a person in your house and somebody who's come so far. Remember everything you had to get through to come to this point. You haven't even had this place that long, and you know that sobriety is a tricky thing,
Right.
you know? So, all right, that's one possibility of something we can do. So maybe have the drug tests. What else? What would you like to see him be doing while he's at home?
Definitely working. You know, providing for us financially. I just can't do it on my own anymore. So he would definitely have to have a job and keep a job. Definitely be drug free. And like as far as our relationship, I guess just like work on stuff that we neglected for so long. Like, you know, just spending time together and like having fun, you know, not just worrying about where our next fix is gonna come from, you know, like just actually spending time with each other and enjoying each other's company. Because I can remember like before the drug use and stuff, we used to have these conversations like that I love. I just love how his brain works and like talking to him about like crazy things like aliens and you know, whatever, the Bible. So just stuff like that I would like to get back.
Yeah, you miss your best friend.
Yes.
You probably miss that closeness and having that relationship with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's really cool. And so, in the past, you know that you don't want him to use, and you think it's good that he works. And in the past, what kinds of things has he ever done well for like a period of time in the past?
Yeah.
And what kinds of things, like what specific kinds of things has he done in the past that you think helped him?
Really the only times I can say that he has done well has always been before the drug use. Ever since the drug use, he hasn't really ever got it back together.
Okay, so this has been like his roadblock. Ever since he's been using, he's just been using constantly.
Yeah.
So what about before he was using? Do you remember what kinds of things he liked to do, or what kinds of things that you guys used to do? Like specifically that you want to get back to, besides the conversations?
Yeah, like both of us love kids. We always have loved kids, and that's why we have so many
That's
kids.
what I was going to say, you have enough of them.
So we love spending time with our kids, you know, just doing family stuff. Neither one of us really like to be like around a whole bunch of people, so we both always agree on like no malls, like, you know, just we like to be kind of like private and by ourselves. Maybe like,
that's great.
Yeah, like an empty beach or, you know, something with the kids and just stuff like that. And then we used to play Scrabble before drug use and have so much fun.
I love playing Scrabble.
Yes.
I
do
play
too.
that with my boyfriend too. We both love it.
Yes.
Scrabble's definitely fun. I like
Uh-huh.
that as a goal for you guys.
Yeah, Scrabble. We love watching movies. We're big movie fans. Just, simple stuff that people don't think is a huge deal, but once you lose it, it's like you took it for granted all that time.
Well, I'm seeing, because I want to talk about some strengths too, because I know you got a lot of problems going on. And Angel, just from hearing you talk right now, I'm seeing so many strengths come out. The main one being that you guys both like that alone time and having that time with your kids. In sobriety, we know that like our relationships with people, they can get us messed up so fast. So liking to have that personal relationship with each other and spending time with your kids. And then you have this whole slew of other things that you guys can do, like watching movies and playing Scrabble and the conversations that you have. So it sounds like you guys already have a really good, loving foundation. And I think that as long as you go back, it's going to be hard to get back to before drugs. But as long as you guys, keep that out of your life and keep open that honest communication that it sounds like you have, I see really wonderful things happening for you guys. So when Greg comes home, we have that you might want to have a drug test for him, and you want him to be working. Have you talked about these things with him before at all? So you've already brought it up. What did he have to say about it?
I mean, he right now totally agrees to whatever I say, but I just worry, is he saying that because he's locked up, and will it change once he's free?
That can happen. I see you feel really worried about that
Yeah.
inside, because you're wondering, is he going to come in and just say that and then things go wrong?
Right.
Yeah, that's a really scary thing. So what do you think would happen if he came in and he started using? Do you think that you might be able to approach him about that? Would you feel okay with it?
Yeah, I definitely would approach him. It's going to be hard, like, letting him go, but I came too far, to just lose everything, to him. I mean, I love him, but, like, he's put me in this situation before. Like, I had a really good situation about maybe a year ago. I had left Baltimore. I was living in a facility, in another city away from the normal people, places, and things where I would use. And I was doing really well. And basically, he just came and, like just did what he normally does and got me kicked out of there because he couldn't, like, control himself. And he actually, like, hit another patient. It was a big thing. It was ridiculous. But, like, you come up here and get me kicked out of where I was doing so good, and now I have to fix everything again and start all over. So it's like, sometimes I just feel like he's like the Tasmanian devil. Like, he'll just come in and screw everything up, and then he's gone. And then I'm left with the mess.
And is that what happened last time? He kind of came in and screwed everything, and then you had to build it all back up.
Yes.
And so he hasn't really been in your life since this happened.
Right.